All right, Michael. So now I kind of want to explain basically three different components of agoraphobia. Okay, and this will kind of give you a better idea of maybe why you feel the way that you do. Um, so um, if you want to write this down, you can kind of draw like three circles on your paper. Okay, and in the first circle, you want to put physical feelings. Okay, the second circle, you'll write thoughts. And then the third, and let me know if you need me to repeat anything, okay? The third one will be behaviors. Okay. So, with agoraphobia, pretty much you are experiencing some type of physical feeling, right? So when you get anxious or fearful, maybe your heart's beating a little bit faster, or your hands get clammy, or you tighten your fist, right? Thoughts, an example of that would be like if you had any type of worry, like if I go to the supermarket without my parents, like I might get attacked by a robber. Okay, that could be an example of a thought. And then a behavior, this is what we do in response to the feeling that we get when we feel anxious or fearful. Okay, so I kind of just wanted to highlight those three components of agoraphobia so that when you are feeling that, you can go back to this little diagram, and if it helps you to kind of use this as a journaling activity, you can kind of write in, okay, what am I feeling right now when you start to feel a little panicky? And then you take that, jot that feeling down next to that circle, okay? And then in the thoughts circle, okay, why am I feeling this panicky? What's the thought process behind that feeling? Okay? And then any type of behavior or action, if I act upon this thought, what am I going to do? Or if I don't act on it, what am I not going to do? And that can kind of be the beginning part for you to really understand what you're dealing with. Does that make any sense, or do you need any clarification with any part of that?
No, it makes sense.
Makes sense? Okay. So it's more so just so that you understand things, but you can definitely use it like as a journaling activity. Okay? All right, so we'll go ahead and move on. So as I mentioned in one of our, I think it was our initial meeting, one of the techniques that we want to work on to help you overcome this agoraphobia is called relaxation and then exposure therapy. Okay? So what exposure therapy does is it basically allows you to imagine like the most fearful situation, and then over time when you're exposed to a fearful situation, you learn how to control the fear. And I have a diagram here. So this is how exposure therapy works, okay? So I have high anxiety up here, low anxiety here, right? So we have this mountain, right? This is anxiety's rising, rising, rising. When you're entering a feared situation, anxiety is going to rise. And then after you avoid or escape, it falls pretty quickly, right? See the drop? But that's only until the next time another fearful situation happens. So then here's another fearful situation. But when you stay in the feared situation, see the difference here? Anxiety is eventually going to fall. So even though it's a bit uncomfortable initially, the way exposure therapy works is that after so long of being in that, like for you, it will be, we'll work at ways to target being in a crowded area, right? That was one of the things. Eventually you will see that your anxiety will fall, okay? So I'll give this to you, and you can kind of keep that too, just as a tool, like as a reminder